Right, hopefully this works alright. I'm going to just turn the in-game volume down, because that's probably at full volume. There's no music when you're playing the game, but there will be, like, playing sound effects. So I want sound, volume levels, master, we'll just put that down to about 50%, and you should be able to hear me fine. Right, Byron, right, Hawker Genesis. Yeah, I'm not going to be playing this with all the realistic stuff on, because I just want it so I can chat with people easily while flying a plane, and people can say, oh, can you go look at something on the map? Alright, Dan. Oh, and for the members stream I'm doing tomorrow, I'm needing to take one of my friend's dogs to the vet in the evening, so I'll hopefully be on, but it might be a bit later, it might be like 8 PM or whatever. Yeah, I've got my joystick plugged in, Dan, I had to find it, because annoyingly, PlayStation 5 controllers don't work in this, even though the Xbox ones do, because Microsoft specifically made it so you can't use a PlayStation controller to play this like bastards. So I got my proper joystick out, I had to find where I'd stored it. Right, Rich? Right, I might as well do the airport near me, actually. They actually did add Blenheim Palace into the game recently. Well, what they did is they did a thing where they made it so you can download a pack for each, like, country they've done it on, where they've made it look more realistic. I think that's like the time of day that does that. Right, we'll have it set to, like, current time, but I might put that on to, I'm not going to fly this. I might do the Yak, actually. So I quite like playing with that earlier. Set its departure. Yeah, it's good that it was free, Dan, as well, because that was the thing that lots of planes in this you have to pay for. Like, the Yak was only about £3, which wasn't bad, because I wanted like a World War II propeller plane. Wasn't going to pay £20 for a Spitfire. But the yeah, the F-18 and like that Blackbird type, whatever they, you know, fake plane is, yeah, were free, which is nice. Thanks a lot for what, Bane? It just says, so thanks a lot. Not Google Maps, but like Microsoft Maps equivalent, so basically the exact same thing. Yeah, being is owned by Microsoft, so. It might be on Xbox, whatever the current one is, Byron, I don't know. Yeah, the music's only on the main menu though. It's not on any of the other bits of the game. As I said, I've got the joystick, but I'll mostly be playing it you know, not realistically. I don't want that big. Release parking brake is free. At least it tells you what the keys are on my joystick, because I wouldn't remember otherwise. So free is the one by the trigger. Okay, now let's throttle up. Can't really see out this plane very well, can you? Let's see if I can do this without... Oh, that might not be going very well. Let's see if I can get this off the ground, because I've normally started this one flying. Still seems like it's got a brake on it, but apparently it's not. Throttles up. Controls up. Propeller control 100%. Let's try to brake again, just in case it didn't come off properly. That's weird. It tipped forwards and is just not moving. Let's have a look at it from the outside. I have released the parking brake. Get the close up. Get the thing back up again. It's up there, isn't it? There we go. I haven't played this in ages. I was playing it quite a bit today just to get it working again. External. So yeah, my plane has bloody tipped forwards. Look at that. That's why it's not stupid Soviet plane. Alright, should we try? If I do that, will it right itself? Probably. Let me just take the propeller off a second. Won't let me turn my propeller off. Yeah. Something's gone very wrong here. Yeah. Oh, that's good, Bane. I'm glad it helped. But yeah, right. Let me manually throttle it down if it's not letting me do it properly. What? What's going on with this throttle? My plane's possessed. Right, let's try this again, shall we? Restart. I'll throttle up slowly this time, as you said. Stupid Soviet plane doesn't have a front wheel on it. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, so let's ease the throttle up. Take the parking brake off. That's that one if I remember. Right, parking brake should be off. Let's throttle up a bit more. No, I'm not having much luck with this. Hang on. Is it working now? Apparently the parking brake is off. It's not tipped up though this time, has it? Alright, let's go to the other thing, because I can't see with this stupid cockpit how it looks. I suppose I could unlock the canopy, but it doesn't really do much, does it? Oh, here we go. Is it going to do something now? Yeah, there we go. Oh, is it tipped forwards again? If this plane's really fucking difficult to take off a runway, I'm just going to take it off and fly. Never heard of it, so the answer is no, cheese box. No, it should just be that, Dan. Like I said, it's just because I've normally started this plane in the air compared to most of them, so I'll just do that. I'll try it one more time. It's just because it's flipping forwards too quickly. It's like the problem where it seems to have this plane did have bad reviews on the store. I think that's why it has like a weird thing, you know, where like the throttle has to be very precise to get it off, even if you're playing without all the realistic controls on. I'm going to start it in external camera because that will probably help me seeing what I'm doing. Right, let's try this. Right, let's start the throttle then about 18%. Right, brake is off. Let's ease up. Right. Is it going to do anything? Because there's apparently not a brake on, but I bet it's just going to tip forwards again. Oh, here we go. Right, yeah, so it just randomly started. Okay, there we go. Right. We've got some life in it. Alright, no, don't you tip forwards now. Ooh, getting a bit of FPS drop with this. Right, let's fully throttle it now. Right, there we go. Ooh. Right, now let's get the landing gear up, which should be this. There we go, yep. Yeah, I don't care about the objectives. There we go. Right. So there we go. The yak is airborne. That's the airport near me, if anybody's wondering, when you always hear planes in the background, it's that one. Right, so yeah, I was going to say about the thing of Blenheim Palace. So, there we go.
Oxford Tower Romeo Kilo 9er frequency change. Oxford approach Romeo Kilo 9er is type 2 miles southwest of Oxford, 2,000 feet. Request flight following. Romeo Kilo 9er, Oxford approach.
So that they've actually modelled that correctly now. It used to be just a load of warehouses when this first came out.
Squawk 4706 Romeo Kilo 9er. Romeo Kilo 9er radar. Contact 2 miles west of Oxford, 1,000 feet. Altimeter 29er.9er 2.
Oh, what, for just like doing general like sort of work type stuff by one. The problem is, David, if I go to cockpit view on this, I'll show you. This is one of those planes that has like a cockpit that looks way too high up. Let me show you. So you can't really see much, look. That's the problem with this plane. It's got really bad view, sort of, in a sense. So to look down, you have to tip the plane down a lot. Like, it's cool to look at the instruments, like the radium dials in it and that. But yeah, it's pretty bad trying to control this one from the cockpit view. Obviously you can't shoot the gun annoyingly in this. Let's see if we can get to just level out. What's the throttle currently set to? Set that to right, is that roughly... Where's the artificial horizon on this? Or doesn't it have one? Right, that seems to not be crashing at least. Yeah, Microsoft won it. Yeah, you don't want to be breathing in weed killer. Right, now it's not crashing, let's see what we can do. Pitch trim lever, I wonder if that's what we should have used to take off. Never mind. Let's unlock the canopy. Does it get a lot louder in the wind? Not really. That's cool. Let's assume that would be the radio, that bit in the back there. Can't read Russian. Any of these do anything? Water flap. Emergency landing gear. Assume that's going to be temperature, that one, because that looks like temperature in Russian, that word. The others I can't make out. But this guy is getting cooked by all the gamma rays coming off of those instruments. Yeah, this is staying airborne at least. Right, is there anywhere in the UK people want me to fly to see if it's modelled realistically or not? I assume with the update they did to this recently, they did model Oxford. So let me go to the other view again. And I'll see what Oxford City itself looks like and see if that's any good. Right, I want to head south from my position if I remember right. On the yeah, there's Banbury, so that's north of me, so I want to head south. And not turn the plane too high up to install it. Right, let's aim this to the south. There we go. Like I said, I'm not playing with all the simulator controls, and I'm just doing more so we can have a chat while looking at locations. They do. I can't fly to Chernobyl right now. I'll spawn nearer Chernobyl, because obviously the distance from here to Chernobyl is going to take a long time in a propeller plane, even if I've got unlimited fuel on. I'll have a look and see if that's in the game in a bit, Mr. Live Era. But yeah, Chernobyl's quite well done. I did fly over Mariupol earlier, and they've not modelled that yet to look like a pile of rubble. It still looks like an actual city. So the Ukraine DLC obviously hasn't come out for this game yet. And obviously I'm saying that not to take this out of Ukrainian, I'm saying it because I think that the Russians are doing this fucking thunfish. But, you know, just the sort of thing that, you know, Ukraine at the moment actually doesn't look like a pile of rubble in some of those places. Right, so I was going to go to Oxford City, wasn't I? Oh crap, let me resense the camera. See, I quite like this view with playing like that. Yeah, the entire map's in the game, but bear in mind a lot of places aren't modelled properly. And the only place I've downloaded all the models for is the UK, where I am at the moment, because it's like 10 gigabyte per country. Like places like the US are probably even bigger. So have I gone too far for Oxford? Oh, I'm not going south anymore, am I? That's part of the problem. Touring around slowly. I could go to Southampton. It would probably take quite a while in this plane. Obviously, if I use the F-18 or whatever, it's a lot faster to get into places. But what I normally do, if people just want to see somewhere, is just spawn it at the coordinates for the place in the air, so you can look at it straight away. But it is surprising how well, like, the trees and that look all in the right places if you look at places you actually know in person. Right, anyway, let's go south till we find Oxford City first, because I just want to see what that looks like. Chipping Norton. I think I'm still heading in roughly the right direction. Because I can't remember, because obviously I flew off. Hey, if that's Kidlington Airport there, no it's not. Is that Enston Airport? Chowdhury, yeah, I am going in the right direction. Yeah, Dan, I'm not going to fly directly over it, even though, like I said, I've been doxed before and I took off quite close to my house. But my house on here does look roughly quite alright. As in, like, the house is the right shape, which is actually quite interesting because it's not a regular house shape. But they've, like, done the thing in here where if on the satellite a house has an extension or whatever, like a garage, the house models are kind of modelled to look like them. Even if it's just, you know, a couple of house models stuck together, which is actually quite cool. Okay, so right, there's Kidlington, so Oxford will be south of Kidlington. Exactly where I'm heading that way. Well, mine's a generic building, Dan, but what I mean is, like, the shape of it, they've stuck two houses together to make the shape correct. My name's not Lean, but okay. But they're called the Klansman Knights. Oh yeah, I did know that, Nick. But yeah, I've not paid for anything other than this one plane. That's the only thing I've paid for. And the only other thing I've downloaded is that Top Gun free content and the stuff for here. Alright, something interesting here. See where I'm zooming in there? See that patch of grass there? I'll take the plane down a little bit so you can see it. That patch of grass there is where there might be a bunker near me. Like, not an ROC post, but one that's like, you know, it's I'll see if I can get the camera. Let me get the plane down a bit so you can see. So let me zoom out. I'll cut my throttle. Ease it down. There was an ROC post under Kidlington, but that's been bulldozed. But yeah, there's a thing that looks like a bunker in the woods when I've been there. And in the game, you can actually see in the 3D model that there is like a lump in the ground. But there's just a clearing, like where there's a big fence. See that square in the middle of those trees there? So let me ease the plane down. Right, let's cut the engine if it lets me. So yeah, where I'm zooming in there, if I get down lower, you might see that you can even see the little concrete doors they modelled into the side of it, like where obviously the map thing was high res enough for it to do that. So I'm going to swing the plane around and see if I can show it on here. I was having a look at that earlier because it sort of interested me if it would show up, and it did. Right. Swing it round again. Which patch of woods was it? That one, yeah. Right. The little grey bit is a little entrance to the side of the hill. So let me bring it down again, a bit lower, and it might be even more obvious. But yeah, there's like a big mound of earth there, like the size of several houses together, and it's got doors, like concrete doors going into the side of it. So like I said, I've been up to the fence and seen it in person. It's completely unmarked what it is. But I didn't feel like climbing an 8-foot razor wire fence, you know, which could be MOD property. Why would the engine fail? I'm not on simulator mode. Right. Can I ease down the throttle anymore? Yeah, there we go. I actually don't want to ease it off that much, but... Right, I'll bring it in one more time, so there you go. So yeah, see there? There's like a mound of earth, and there's like a path going into the side of it. Like I said, that seems a lot like some of the old bunker designs to me, but it's never been said what it is. It's a yak free. So it'd be Yakimov, wouldn't it? A yak, not the kind. Ooh, crap. Yeah, one more time then as I fly over it. There you go. Right, let's throttle up and get the plane back in the air. Bakelite isn't plastic, but it's strong until it chips, and then it's really, really sharp. But hello everybody, alright Joshua? Right, so I was going to go to Oxford, wasn't I, to see if some of that was modelled properly. Farmore's the big reservoir. I want to be heading south, don't I? In my position. Botley, yeah, Botley's Oxford. So let's look this way. That's annoying, Mintroff. Did you get a bag for it? But the filters, you know, aren't like really safe to use anyway. Right, so let's have a look at Oxford and see if this is sort of modelled correctly. So let me ease off the throttle. So Oxford will be one way down here, probably that way. Oh yeah, they have modelled some of the buildings in Oxford, look, so they've kind of got the spire shapes. But whether or not they look like proper buildings, not just ugly textures, I don't know. Let's fly over it and see if they load in. Right, while it says Oxford there, the actual bit I was just flying over was the main bit of Oxford. Is that the old Radcliffe there? That might be the old Radcliffe there. Actually saying that, is that... oh no, that's probably the John Radcliffe Hospital there. Saying that. So yeah, that's probably the John Radcliffe Hospital there. Again, it's quite hard to tell this if it doesn't load stuff in properly, just judging by the shape of the buildings. Obviously, yeah, when you have a fairly big city with a few 100,000 people, it's sometimes a bit hard in here to work out exactly which bit's which. See, that might have been the Radcliffe Oval, whatever it was called. Alright, cheers, Dan. Right, let's just spin that around again, just because I'm interested in... Oh, shit! That's the only problem with flying in this mode. I don't know if you can lock the camera actually behind the plane. See, if Headington was labelled, you could see where the hospital is quite well from there, but I don't know if it is. Ah, that would be the BMW park there. So that's where they make the BMWs and the Minis there. That used to be, you know, like the Mini factory before it was bought by BMW. So that's Cowley down there. But yeah, that's the massive BMW plant. So yeah, we're over Cowley then at the minute. So when you see a landmark, you can work it out. Ah, that would be the John Radcliffe there, I reckon, where I'm zooming the camera in now. I think, anyway. You know, like the massive hospital complex here. Probably, anyway, because I said, unless they're textured properly, you're not really going to know unless you know the shape of all the buildings. Saying that could also be something like that, but no, that would be school, won't it? Something like that. Looks like there's a playground thing they've textured in. Right, so there's going to be some of the very expensive Oxford private colleges or whatever. There's the Radcliffe Camera or whatever it is down there. That's the Harry Potter one, isn't it? Down there. Some of those will be the Westgate building, I guess. New Westgate, I can't remember which one. What's that massive tree-looking thing down there? Is that like a weirdly modelled tree? That's weird. It's like the trees morph for the building. Oh, it's meant to be a crane, I guess, isn't it? Ah, yeah, it's a crane, like under construction. Oh, hang on, not again. Right, zoom that out. Oh, that's interesting, mini craft, but was it replaced by rubber that was too strong by the sound of it? Yeah, this isn't a kids channel, just pointing that out. Oh, there's a nice reflection on the wing there. Ah, you see I can block bots quite easily on this thing, because it's easy to manage the chat when I'm on this. Okay, so I don't know if there's anything in my neck of the woods that's worth pointing out. Before I look up other places people want me to have a look at. I might as well fully increase my throttle. But this, by the way, isn't even on full graphics, because when I'm streaming it, I can't even on the 3090 run this at like max settings at 4K without it lagging this stuff out. I would say, would people want to see the British Chernobyl, but it's not modelled properly. On the map, I'd have to, when the map loads up, I'd have to go all the way up to about there on the map, if my cursor shows. But, you know, just the Lake District, so that would be quite a long way to go. Right, see you, Dan. Yeah, if people want to see Pripyat, I'll respawn the game in Pripyat. So like I said, it would take far too long to fly to Pripyat, even if I don't have the fuel consumption on longer than the entire screen. Right, let's go to have a look at Pripyat. I'll put that to daytime so you can see it, because otherwise it will be Ukraine time. It will be dark, and obviously there's no lights in Pripyat. Yeah, I'm going to Pripyat. Hang on. Right, so I want to. Change the time now first, so I can actually see where I'm looking on the map. Minsk 2, it won't be too far from there. Let's find Kiev. There's Kiev, right, it'll be north of Kiev. Chernihiv. Chernobyl, there we go. Right, so with Chernobyl, you'll have Pripyat itself there, look, it's all overgrown. And then north of Pripyat itself, you'll have the NPP complex, which is the bit around the middle of the screen there. So I'll spawn it flying north of Chernobyl, like on this bit over the marshland, and then I was like south of Chernobyl, and then we'll fly north. So it's departure. And it'll be in the sky, so it'll already be flying, which is easier than trying to take it off with this plane. I don't know if I could get it to land there, but I could have a look at Clonmel Island, if that's how it's pronounced. Because it's quite easy to just type in a coordinate off Google Maps, go there, and then just spawn the plane in the air above it. Right, anyway, people want to see Pripyat then, so let's do that. So let's first set this to third person. There we go, right. So I believe that will be what we're wanting to go and look at over there. Chernobyl, yeah, there we go. So that's the Pripyat River down there. I'll bring it in a bit lower. Cheeky pricky. Right, so okay. So that's Pripyat down there, which actually does look overgrown in this. So that's Pripyat. None of the buildings in Pripyat or Chernobyl are modelled, by the way, in terms of the real models. But yeah, that's Pripyat directly below me there. I mean, some of the buildings will be the right shapes, even if they're generic placeholder models. People wanted to go like, oh, that's a sports stadium or whatever. But yeah, that's oh, hang on, that might have been a bad idea. Can I recover it? Ooh. There we go. Let's throttle up and at least they get off. So like I said, the buildings aren't going to be modelled correctly because they're placeholders, but yeah, there's Pripyat, and then I'll fly it to the power station in a second. Oh, another one. Oh no, that's not too bad a price, even though I don't like the M59 or the Yugo M1, whatever you want to call it. But no, you didn't overpay for it, especially if you've got the adapter. Right, anyway, let's aim this plane north. And again, the annoying thing is where the how this camera works. There might be a way of locking it behind the plane, I don't know. I've already banned them, but they'll just keep coming back with new accounts because YouTube doesn't have good anti-spam features. They have anti-spam features that stop people that are actually subscribed to you making proper comments, but they don't have anti-spam features that stop bots, so, you know, there you go. Yeah, that big bit coming up there, after like that sort of artificial looking lake bit on the river, that's the power plant. There. I don't even have Battlefield 1 installed at the moment. I'm not a big fan of it, in all honesty. I thought the campaigns in it were alright, but I just didn't get on with the multiplayer. I like Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 3, and some of the older ones. None of the new ones have really done anything for me. No, with somebody like that, Connor, just instantly ban them, please, if it's just blatantly a bot account. Well, yeah, because the Soviet Union wasn't just Russia. Right, so yeah, there you go. There is the Chernobyl NPP, but like I said, it's not model public anyway. Coming up. So, number 4 reactor. I wonder if it has the like safety dome thing over it. I was just saying that, is that Pripyat up there? That's probably something else, isn't it, up there? I suppose there's more than one actual, like, load of buildings, isn't there? That might be the actual Pripyat bit up there, saying that. The other bit might have been the smaller town of Chernobyl. So, number 4 reactor building, can't tell you which one of those it is, probably the bit I'm flying over right now. Oh wait, no, is that meant to be... Oh, there we go, look. There's the, I think that's meant to be the safety dome they were building, look. It is. So, where those random houses are, that was the big dome they were building to go over it. Oh yeah, you can see number 4, because it's got the weird texture on it. Right, let's bring that back down. Yeah, so Pripyat's actually that place there, look. The other place I was flying over wasn't Pripyat, it was the actual town of Chernobyl, which are different places. Right, okay. So number 4 reactor, look, is this one, with the funny roof. So that's the thing they were building to go over it, that's somehow represented by 3 houses. But look, there you go, there's number 4. With the molten looking roof. Yeah, so that's reactor number 4 there. Right, let's go actually have a look at real Pripyat then, not fake Pripyat. Ooh, oh no, have I crashed? Because again, the camera's stopping me. No, I'm alright. Again, it's just this annoying thing with the camera where the camera makes you think you're flying at a different angle to you're actually flying. Some of the junk stuff down there. That's all like substation bit of the reactor, isn't it? The Iron Forest. Right, okay. Let's fly directly over Pripyat then. Like a couple of years ago, American Pride. Right, so yeah, that's Pripyat down there, saying that. Oh yeah, because you can see the shape of one of those buildings down there, look, the one with like the weird oval bit. So there you go, this one's definitely Pripyat, this one. The other one was actually the town of Chernobyl. Because again, Chernobyl and Pripyat, although, you know, it was Chernobyl nuclear power plant, and Pripyat was a workers' town, there was a town that was an evacuation area, also called Chernobyl. So yeah, that's Pripyat itself then, that town. Actually, that does look more like Pripyat, doesn't it? Because it looks like depressing commie blocks. Right, without crashing the plane, let's fly back over. So yeah, 50,000 people used to live here, now it's a ghost town. There you go. Yeah, that's the bit I recognise the shape of it from, because it's the bit that's in Quad 4, that one. No, I didn't spawn in southern Ukraine, I spawned in northern Ukraine. But obviously stuff like Mariupol looks like it looked a few years ago, it doesn't look like it looks now. Because the maps haven't been updated in a couple of years. No, don't play Minecraft, don't play Terraria, don't really find much interest in games like that, in all honesty. There's no real objective to them. I know there's not in a game like this either, but this is at least, you know, kind of interesting based on real stuff. Right, okay, what other places do people want to see on the world map? And I can spawn at them. Somebody said somewhere in Ireland, didn't they, earlier? But I can't remember where they said in Ireland. Republic or Northern Ireland, that will at least let me get to the bit on the map faster. So, Republic of Ireland, fly over Clonmel, right, let's see if that's in the game. Oh, there it is, Clonmel, there you go. So that bit there. So, Waterford Road, well, there's Ballybow Airstrip, if I'm saying that right, so I'll take off on that. Which I'll probably do an awful job of doing in this plane. So let me change this to, could use the Pelican from Halo. Although that is a weird kind of flight thing. The F-18 will go just too far, so I don't want to use that. Let's do one of these kind of like nice biplanes. Okay. I'll set it to an earlier time of day, so it's a bit easier to see what we're doing. So you want to go to Clonmel, so that's southwest of the runway, right? Most people know Steel Batoid. It's one of those things where it seems like it's more like dickhead politician type people that always make a fuss about it. Like, you get a lot of people from the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland that come to work in the UK, and nobody minds each other. But, you know, you'll still find the people saying, like, your ancestor oppressed my ancestor, blah blah blah. If that makes sense. Right, let's just load. Oh yeah, Northern Ireland's also another thing entirely, isn't it? That's another thing, because Northern Ireland's where a lot more of the division is, because it's still part of the UK, where the Republic's obviously its own separate thing. I don't want us to get too political. But where the Republic's its own thing, unless they were, say, arguing for reparations from Britain, they can't really blame much that goes wrong there on Britain. Whereas because Northern Ireland is part of Britain, you know, a lot more of that is Britain's fault when stuff goes wrong there, if that makes sense. Right, remove air brake, that was that key, wasn't it, if I remember? Yeah, there we go. Biplane should get a lot of lift at least when they're trying to take us off. There we go. Right, does this plane have landing gear? I will find out in a minute. By going to the other camera and seeing if it has landing gear. Don't want to check things up. So it's like retractable.
Shannon Center, Pitts Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Golf Sierra, is type Pitts 1 miles north of Echo, India Charlie Echo 600 feet.
Right.
Request flight following.
Let's see if I can find where I was meant to be looking at.
Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Shannon Center. Squawk 5122.
Squawk 5122, Pitts X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Pitts X-Ray Golf Sierra radar contact 1 mile northeast of Echo India Charlie Echo 1,600 feet. Altimeter 29.92.
Is it southwest or southeast of it again? Southwest, right. So hopefully that direction I'm going now. I'll lower it down a minute. At least with a biplane, it's very easy to fly. Ah, yeah, it was this way, wasn't it? I'll just throttle the engine down slightly. Right, there you go. Coming up there. Quite like the noise of this one. Right, I can do South Africa in a bit. Somebody also said about, was it somewhere in Tennessee, or at least somewhere in the US? I'll go back and look at the comment in a minute. I can see there's a church there, so I guess that's meant to be a church in the shape of it. Oh yeah, I need to keep checking the news and see if Boris Johnson's been kicked out yet, because that was all going on before I started the stream all throughout today. Right, Minneapolis, alright Connor. Oh look, another one's come back again. There we go, I've already got one. Do a barrel roll. Right, okay, let's see if it does a barrel roll well. It does actually. Barrel rolling's quite easy in a biplane, although like I said, I'm not playing in simulator mode. See how I'm doing loop to loop, I'm not really getting fast in time. Right, so yeah, let me go back to the other comments and pick somewhere else on the map. No, you can't shoot enemy planes this, I'm afraid, Connor, even in the fighters. So is that Minnesota you were saying? Oh, yeah, Minneapolis, Minnesota. That should be fairly easy to find. Even though I'm going to be an idiot and not know exactly where Minnesota is in the US. At least when you're looking for a full state, or as like state capital, it's quite easy. Kansas. By Lake Superior. Alright, is that one of the really big lakes? Let's see if I can spot a lake from up here. Alright, Chicago, Milwaukee... Oh, Minneapolis, there we go. Yep. Right, Right, Minneapolis, and then... There's a plane flying, look. What's that mean? I don't know why there's a random plane flying. So, Minnetonka. So, where exactly did you say it was? Minneapolis, Minnesota. Oh, so yeah, we're in the right place, so it's just trying to find the actual thing. So is that Lake Superior, one of those big looking lakes? Alright, see you, John. MSP is the Minneapolis airport. Okay, what's that one? MSP, oh yeah. Minneapolis, St. Paul. Alright, let's use that as my departure then, because at least in the biplane it's easy to take off. 1982, that's a while ago. $40 years ago, technically. I don't know that mask off the top of my head, Crimson. Again, like I said, I've not got any of the airport packs, so it's probably not modelled correctly. Like, the runways will be in the right places, but not the, I'm pressing the brake release button, why isn't it moving? I'm pressing release parking brake. Let's rev the engine down and then back up. There we go, it's released now. You'd struggle to do that a lot. I mean, you'd have to be able to reseal the filters to do that, and you'd have to get the right stuff. No, I mean, there are planes you can buy for it, and you can obviously get modded planes to put in the game. But I sadly don't think there's Stuckers. Like I said, the only World War II plane I've currently got in this is the Yak 3. Because that was only a couple of quid. But like, I wouldn't pay like £20 for a plane on this. So downtown Minneapolis, what the bit I'm looking at there, or the bit where it says St. Paul downtown. Southwest, that one there isn't annoyingly, there we go. Bristol, oh, it's the place further away, is it? I can fly over all of them, it's not a problem. 12 o'clock below. Okay. I'll just keep it on this trajectory then. This is on Steam, but annoyingly, you have to install updates via, like, the launcher for the game. So that's why I was trying to play this yesterday and couldn't get it to run, because the launch had loads of updates to do and then it broke and I had to completely reinstall the game. So it does do updates via Steam, but it doesn't do most of them via Steam. Alright, fly between the skyscrapers. Right, I am not going to make terrorist things happen in this. Not that anything interesting happens in the game, but I don't want YouTube having a go at me. At least there's cars in this one, even if they sometimes are a bit erratic. Alright, let's do this in first person. Let's aim for between those two. Yeah, I didn't mean in a terroristy way. I'm just saying that, yeah. There you go. Can't really see, can you? Because of I wish there was a quick key to change between external and cockpit, but I don't actually think there is. I was looking at all controls. Ah, cool. Connor. Right, something I'll show people. I will do Cape Town for people in a bit if they want to see that, although I won't be on too much longer because I'm only really going to be streaming for about an hour or a bit. But for the people interested in World War II history, I'll fly over some of the World War II Battle of Britain stuff. Like the sort of Dover, Kent sort of stuff that's the Battle of Britain stuff. So I'll do it in a Yak because it's sort of the appropriate plane to do it in, so I don't have a Spitfire. But I'll go down to here. Cliffs of Dover, that would be probably a good place to spawn, wouldn't it? So let's do that in the Yak then. So that's the closest thing I have to Spitfire or Hurricane in this. So I'm not going to pay that. Folkestone is also stuff there. Sadly, I don't think a lot of the radar things are modelled on here, even though they would be there. But let's do Cliffs of Dover then. Let's just do it at current time and see what it looks like. Depends if I can get there quickly from here. But yeah, if it's just like a town that's not really modelled correctly, it's not very interesting. It's just more interesting if it's, you know, people like, oh, this is a local thing near me. And I'm going to get rid of weird comments, as said. What you on about, Block? Right. Right, Cliffs of Dover. So in the UK update, they did actually make these look like chalk cliffs rather than just, you know, like grey stretched textures that they look like before. C2's alright. Say C2A1 is better. Right, so yeah, there you go, Cliffs of Dover. So obviously the Luftwaffe would have been coming in from the sea direction, from France. Right, let's swing it around. So that's Dover Harbour itself there. Let's get my throttle up to full actually. So yeah, that's Dover itself down there. Now, there's Dover Castle there, but the weird thing about Dover Castle in this is a lot of the buildings are modelled correctly, except the Castle Keep. So, if you look at this when I fly over it, Dover Castle is just a bit I'm going to fly over on the hill. Like, some of the barracks buildings and churches are correct there, but notice that there's just like a random apartment block that's meant to be the Castle Keep, for some reason, even though everything else looks like a castle there. It's a weird thing, like how the game's done stuff. So, yeah, there would have been a load of the World War II radar stations dotted all along here, like the big mast type ones. There are some you can see around this area in person, but I doubt they're modelled in the game anymore. St. Margaret's Bay is also a nice area. Well, I've said before that the actual name of the GP5, like the mask, is the SHM62U, but there's no point keeping doing videos on that sort of stuff, because if somebody doesn't watch one video, they're not going to watch it if you do several videos on the subject. And people are just going to call it the GP5 because it's easy. I just call it the GP5. Even though, like I said, I know its actual name is the Shum 62U. And then there's like other designations for the bits. Oh, I wonder if the artillery forts are visible there. That might be one of them. So that's probably Warmer Castle, that one, which is one of the artillery forts, like old Napoleonic ones. You know, the Henry VIII period, aren't they? So that'll be Warmer Castle, that one. And then, yeah, look, there's Deal Artillery Fort, which I've done a video of on the channel. There, look. So the idea was that, you know, you could fire the cannons out with it in all directions, out to sea and into land. So yeah, that's the two artillery forts. I don't have a VZ35, so I can't really do a video on it. Sandwich. Oh, that's a big golf course there, isn't it? The one down there. Yeah, that's a big golf course. Is this where, like, GSK or one of those has a big factory around here, if I remember right? Could be any of those buildings down there, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this is where, like, GSK or one of those groups has their factory. Probably like that thing down there. Or it could be any of those, but yeah, I remember that was a thing in that area. House. Yeah, that person's rich. A lot of cars parked there. I wonder what's there. Right, Pegwell. So the visuals are really nice in this, but like I said, it's annoying that even on the 3090 I can't run it at full like settings on you know, 4K or Ramsgate. You know, I can't run it all the settings on full at 4K without it like tanking the frame rate even on the 3090. It's got a swimming pool in their garden there, Rich. Yeah, I'm nowhere close to Brighton. But yeah, sounds good, but yeah, I'm nowhere close to it, so I'm not going to go there to specifically buy the mask. Margate, again, if you're familiar with like a lot of the stuff in the Battle of Britain, these are the sort of places, a lot of the coastal stuff is fought over with the planes. Anyway, somebody said Cape Town, didn't they? I'll go to Cape Town in a minute. And then I'll be ending the stream fairly soon, because as I said, we're already like over an hour into it. Oh, Margate, in Margate is where they have that weird art exhibition, isn't it? Let me see if I can find it. The building's probably not modelled correctly, but I can probably, see if I can see the building. You know, it's not modelled correctly, because it's like right on the coast. It's probably like one of those grey buildings up there. It's probably actually saying that. The one there, look, with that weird oval shape that I'm flying over there. I think that's like that weird art museum they have there. I think that would be it. It's worth going and have a look at. I think it's free entry if you're there, but I don't like modern art, so I wouldn't specifically advise people to go there to look at it, but, you know, it's just one of those things, if you're in the area and it's free, why not? Right, so shall I do Cape Town? I'll do it in the F-18 as well, just because F-18 is fun. Right, so we want South Africa. I might put the, should I see what a place looks like at night? Cape Town, there we go. So let's spawn the plane out to sea, so we can see the lights and guide it in on the lights. Set as departure, and we'll do it in the F-18. Right, yeah. Super Hornet. I don't know anybody in person that likes modern art. I'm sure there's a lot of people on the internet that will tell you how great modern art is. I mean, if in theory, just because art is modern doesn't mean it's bad, but I mean the stuff that is literally like where somebody puts a bit of trash on a pedestal and is like, oh, it's so deep, you just don't understand it. Ted the Caver is my favourite creepypasta. That's an old one. I still like one the best. Right, external. And we wanted to go north, didn't we, because we spawned it. Annoyingly, you can't see my plane, can you, really very well, because, I hope I didn't spawn it too far out to sea. Oh, did I crash it to the sea? Right. Okay. Never mind. Let's spawn on the airport, shall I? And I'll do it in daytime so I can see what I'm doing. Perfectly legal. You can get bulletproof vests, ex-police ones, super easy. Just go on eBay, they're like £50. Set as departure, and I'll set it to daytime so I can see properly. But yeah, it depends like what tier of vest you want. They're all legal, but like I'm saying is that getting the ones with the ceramic plates in that is a lot harder and more expensive than just getting like a soft Kevlar vest. Alright Dan, I'm doing a couple more things for people requesting stuff, then I'm going off. So the person who wanted to see Cape Town, I'm just going to take off from Cape Town. I mean, other than just doing a webcam stream, there's not much I can do on gas masks as an actual stream, unless that's what you mean. In the summer, I'm not putting gas masks on for a stream. Right, okay. Let's throttle up. I assume I just do that. And take the brake off. Hang on. Throttle. There we go. Whee! Right. Brake off. I assume it's the same button. Yeah, there we go. Is the canopy closed or open now? Oh, sorry, the canopy's open. Oh. Hopefully quite soon pull my nose up. Right, raise landing gear, yeah. How to do that. I'm not going to read the objective, thank you very much. Right, is there a canopy control button? Not that it really matters, but I assume there's a canopy button somewhere in here. Or is that canopy closed? No, I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't know how to close the camera, to be honest. Oh, canopy. That's landing gear. Canopy jet. That's not what I'm doing. That doesn't matter, I don't need to actually close the canopy to actually fly a plane. Anyway, camera. Oh, the canopy is closed, it was just really clear glass. Okay. Yeah, that's the Soviet sleep experiment, the Russian sleep experiment, whatever it's called. Pretty overrated case, in my opinion. Cape Town Airport's actually on an island. So Cape Town International is different than Cape Town Airport. I've got a C4. But yeah, C4s are really hard to get though, so as much as you recommend them to people, good luck for people finding a C4. Without paying an arm and a leg for it. I was just lucky enough to get one because one of my American viewers managed to snag me one. Let's put my afterburners on. Annoyingly, you can't do that without going into the cockpit. So, camera, cockpit, and then I want to look down here. It's on this bit, isn't it? That's the farthest. There you go, afterburners. Oops. Alright Dan, I won't be on for much longer, so see you then. Don't bring politics up on the video game stream, please. Oh yeah, I like the sound barrier thing. Oh no, look, I'm going to stall out the plane if the nose goes down fast. I suppose I could just let it do this and then see if it tips itself down. So I'm not going to break the plane apart with G-force based on settings I've got.
Cape Town Center going Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Cape Town Center.
Yeah, I do like the fact that
Charlie airspace.
noise change, especially when you start going
Cleared
faster
for
than
Charlie
speed of
airspace,
sound.
Boeing X-ray Golf Sierra.
Calling X-ray Golf Sierra contact, Cape Town approach on 119.7. Good day.
119.7 for Boeing X-ray Golf Sierra.
Sound barrier.
Cape Town approach Boeing Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra 17,700 feet.
Calling Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Cape Town approach altimeter 29.9 to continue as planned.
That's one of the features I do really like. It's
Calling
like
X-ray
going
Golf
faster than
Sierra,
speed of
you're
sound.
leaving my
Your
airspace.
camera
Zoom
direction
navigation.
effects the sound.
Contact Cape Town Center on 124.7. Good day.
Going to 124.7 Boeing X-ray Golf Sierra. Cape Town Center Boeing Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra 5,000 feet.
Calling Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Cape Town Center altimeter 29.9 to continue as planned.
I just like doing that. Right, I'll do one more thing and then I'll go off the stream. Let's see what I can find. 10 minutes maybe, Byron. I'm just going to find somewhere to spawn on the world map and then head off. Falklands, though. Could do the Falklands. Stanley set as departure. Right. No, I don't play Forza. I don't have Forza. I was playing Gran Turismo the other day, though. The Furnez is a much newer mask, isn't it? I just always go for the newer mask with an option like that if you actually need the mask for something. Right.
Tower Boeing Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra at runway 27, ready for departure, straight out departure.
Didn't ask me to take the brake off, but there we go. Maybe the parking brake comes off automatically on this one when you put the throttle on. We're getting a bit of juddering at the moment. Alright, can we get airborne before we drop the plane in the tree? Come on. Come on. I mean, I know if I put the afterburners on it would help, but it's quite annoying to do that based on how the game decides that you're going to be able to do it. Yeah, we're just about airborne in time. Yeah. So to put the afterburners on, you have to hold, is it that, and then right click? Or isn't that one right click?
Calling X-ray Golf Sierra, leaving my airspace,
Oh,
frequency change approved.
Tower Boeing Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra frequency change. Commodore Rivadavia Center Boeing Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is type Boeing 3 miles west of Sierra Foxtrot Alpha Lima 2,800 feet. Request flight following.
In theory, Max, because that's how a lot of people learn how to fly planes, like who didn't do it properly with flight simulators, like the well-made ones. Obviously, flying a plane is a lot more complicated than just doing it in a game. I need to put my landing gear in, don't I?
Roger Boeing X-ray Golf Sierra.
Sadly not Byron, it's just modern day. You can choose the time of day and everything, but you can't say it's like the 80s or anything. Okay, so looking at the map. evening. Eastern one at the moment. It's Argentina over there. Oh yeah, we've broken the speed of sound again. I bought it like over a year ago, Byron, so I can't remember, probably like £30, £40, I can't remember. It's been out a while. Anybody wondering, I think I've got fuel set to like infinite in the options, so I don't have to worry about just setting the plane, you know, or over 100% to get as much altitude as possible. Goose green! Ah, it looks goose green. Let's go to goose green. Plane will probably start acting very unstable in a minute if I go that fast. Yeah, notice the turbulence. Yeah, I can't get to turbulence. I'm on PC. I have a PS5 as well, but most things I get on PC, I just get a few things on PS5 if they're exclusives or whatever. Yeah, I said it's a very nice looking game. Can we see how high we can get this plane to go? Because it does start getting darker and darker, like you're going into real life stratosphere on this. Gain some speed up again. The other plane, there is a plane that is really easy to get to high altitude. The like fake Blackbird. I don't know how to do it. Really like spikes and things. Yeah, I'll tell you what, before I go off, let me show you a plane going into the stratosphere, just because it's cool. I'm not, like I said before, I'm not really that interested in ham radio in all honesty. Right, okay, so let's go to like London or somewhere, just somewhere like people would recognise. Let's come to the map. How have I managed to flip it? That's the US, isn't it? So I don't want to go there. Yeah, put a lot of landmarks there, I suppose that's the capital. Buckingham Palace, right, let's set that as my departure then. And I'll spawn in the sky in this thing that's like not an SR-71 Blackbird. No, it's just a thing in general. I get asked on loads of streams by Ron videos. Like I said, I'm not that interested in ham radio. I like shortwave and find it interesting. But I have no interest in talking to people on here, honestly. I just like listening to stuff. Anyway, like I said, I'll be off after this. I just want to show people what happens with this plane if you get it to high altitude, just because it looks nice. Apparently, 8 minutes ago, Defiant PM does not want to resign, even though everybody else is trying to kick him out. So we'll see how long we have until the snap general election and all the Tory party implodes. Right, let's gain as much altitude as possible.
Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra is type experimental dark star 8 miles west of London City, flight level 800. Request flight following.
Experimental Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra London Center. Squawk 06 tree tree.
Squawk 06 tree tree. Experimental.
Let's try and get this up to
Experimental Delta Kilo Sierra radar contact 2 miles southeast of Echo Golf Kilo November flight level 805.
if you mean like a Hawker
Roger,
Tempest or whatever, that's not
Delta,
in the game.
Kilo Sierra.
And I'm going off after I've done this. I just wanted to get this to the high thing, just to show people what the stratosphere, whatever it's called, looks like in the game. Oh look, you can see the curvature of the Earth. Flat Earthers wouldn't like this game. Right, I'll put the nose up a bit, and then I'll put it down once it loses too much speed, and then let it sort of go flat a bit again. Just let it level out a bit. So slightly.
Experimental Delta Kilo Sierra contact Paris Center on 119.825. Good day.
Going to 119.825 experimental Delta Kilo Sierra.
It's a gigabyte one, if I remember
Paris
right.
Center experimental
Gigabyte
Alpha Sierra Delta Kilo Sierra flight
It's
level
not the NVIDIA like
1295.
original release of it. According to that, one of my engines isn't quite at 100%, so hang on a second. Is that both at 100% now? Yeah, there we go. Why is engine 3 and engine 4 not at 100%? It says engine 3 and engine 4 are 0%, that doesn't make any sense. Unless there's not 4 engines, that's just the game being weird and saying I have 4 engines. Space. Apparently I'm still gaining speed ever so slightly, even though my altitude's going up. Have I left the UK yet? Oh yeah, look, I've left the UK, because the UK is behind me there, look. Because you can see the Isle of Wight, there's the sort of splotch on the bottom. You can see Cornwall all the way on the west there. And then obviously sort of Kent and the southeast bit. So we're over France at the moment. It's not weird being this high up. Look, you can see the curvature of the Earth. Oh no. Still gaining altitude. we losing it now? I think we finally might be losing altitude now. I think we might have hit our ceiling. Yeah, look at that. The altitude thing, like the altimeter, isn't going up anymore. But it still looks like the nose is pointing up. Yeah, exactly, Rich. Yeah, look at that. Look how small the UK looks like that. Unless I've lost gravity now because I've gone too high up and my plane's just stuck here slowly floating off. If I do that, can I go any higher? No, it just sort of does that now, look. I've broken it. Certain chat one Byron, because with video games you can't get them to do a members stream on it because of how YouTube works. As soon as you do anything other than the webcam stream, it has to be public as far as I'm aware. You can't sort of get a game to start as a members only stream. Ooh, it's glitching out a bit. Going on now. Unless I'm still climbing and just the altitude meter's broken. Maybe I'm still climbing. I don't know. But like I said, it's whenever I get back from taking the dogs to the vets. So or the dog to the vet. So I don't know if it will be 7 PM, 8 PM, what sort of time it will be. It'll just be when I get back. Alright, can I actually get the plane to do anything? Or is it stuck here? Let's cut the engine. We'll cut one of the engines, see if that does anything. I'm losing speed, so I'm going to lose altitude. Saying like the VS thing on the right, what's the VS thing? Vertical speed? I don't know. The altitude thing isn't moving, but again it looks like I'm getting higher up looking at the thing. According to the map, am I getting higher up? Because I think if I have the map up, you can actually see if it's zooming out a bit more, in theory. Out of the modern sort of planes, A10, but I know it's not really a sexy looking plane, I just like the A10. Actually, Vulcan. Avro Vulcan. It's the sexiest looking plane, Avro Vulcan. Oh, look how far I've got across France already by going at this stupid altitude. Oh wait, I'm going up in altitude again, am I? Or am I like losing altitude? I'm losing altitude, I think. Let me set engine 1 back to 100%. Is that pointing up enough that it's going to keep gaining altitude? It's losing altitude at the moment. There we go, it's gaining altitude again, but I don't know if it's going to lose all its speed and then start losing altitude. But I am glad they added a plane to this game that you can essentially a spacecraft rather than a plane to get it to go up this high. But you know, that's the thing I really like about like the videos you see of like the really fast planes that can actually do this. You know, the really high ceilings. That altitude's still going. Is it 2,700? Or is it 275? It got stuck at before. I can't remember. We'll find out in a minute. Sadly, Britain doesn't make much of anything anymore. What does Showcase do? Oh, it's just like a fixed camera, isn't it? Oh, smart cam. Okay, that's smart cam doing it. Oh, it's turned off. Yeah, smart cam doesn't look very smart, it just kind of does weird. Yeah, let's turn the thing ahead a bit so we don't have to listen to the engine. I think that is the ceiling the plane gets to. I think you get to 275,000, and then I assume that's as high as it lets you go. Like, that's probably like the boundary of the thing. But are we still moving forwards at this thing? Because the speedometer and the altitude are locked. Yeah, look, we are still moving forwards. That's interesting. So, although this says we're not moving according to our speed, unless it means we're just at a fixed speed and a fixed altitude. But yeah, we are actually, according to this, moving. I doubt I could land this thing on the runway, but I can try and bring it down. Let's see if I can bring it down as I go. Right. I need to go in the cockpit for this so I can get both the throttles down. I don't really want them at 0%, I just want them at, like that maybe, 30% odd. What I want is just so I can actually get the thing, hopefully, to actually lose altitude now. Oh, there's our little spy plane camera, look, this bit. If I can get it to zoom in there. Is it out like it? See, that's our spy plane camera. Should be a little ceiling light up there, really. Alright, I think we're losing altitude again. Yeah, there we go. Right. Now we just have to see if we can get this to land at an airfield. My bet is I will not be able to land this on an airfield, but we'll see. It's actually going quite slowly, even though it's losing a lot of altitude. I suppose it's just gliding, isn't it, really? Let's put the nose down a bit and we'll see if I can speed him up a bit. Which is probably a really dumb idea, but let's see. Like I said, in this, you don't actually have to worry about the G's on the mode I'm on, because I've not got it set that if I put the plane's nose down too quickly and then pull it up, it doesn't make my plane rip apart like it would in reality. What's KSP? A song? Or is it things I'm playing a different game? I don't know. Ooh, here we go. Oh, there's another plane down there. Look, we can see its lights. I had to see several planes down there that controls. Oh, no, I'm not playing Kerbal Space Program. Right, I'm getting horrible stuttering now. I think this is breaking the frame rate of the game. Where am I flying over at the moment? That's still like France going into Spain. He doesn't want to pull up. Or will he pull up? He was being slow. Oh yeah, I did kind of kill the engine, didn't I? There is that. Right, is there any airports in here? Because I do need an airport to try and land this thing, because I just want to crash it. Where is an airport? Is there an airport? Oh, there's an airport, right. Probably go horribly, but let's try it. I do not have permission to land, and I don't care. Right, I hope my gear doesn't break off if I try and deploy it at this height. I mean speed, but I don't think I can break it off with these settings anymore. Probably not very aerodynamic at all, am I? Oh, I might want a bit more engine speed than just this, actually. Oh no, I don't think I'm going to land. Yeah, I'm dead. Right, end the flight, stop main engine, okay, because apparently you don't die, so you can just, right, go to the cockpit then. Let's just pretend we landed this incredibly expensive plane properly. So it's too dark in the cockpit, there needs to be a cockpit light. So throttle, turn the throttle off. So the engine switch is there. Is that it off? Scram engine. How do I stop the main engine then? Landing lights on. Landing gear, I've already got that. Parking brake on, why not? Maybe one of these? No, can't do that one. Can't do anything with that. Again, it would help if there was a cockpit light so I could see what I was doing. Starter engine, oh, okay. Stop. Is that what I wanted? Off. Off. Is that all of them off? I don't know if I've turned everything off yet. Because normally when you turn everything off it just automatically ends, but... I don't want the generators on if I'm trying to turn it off. Let's try to turn on. Right, go on that position. Okay, so what's the off position? Are they not the same ones? Okay, so let's try and start that engine back up. Okay, so that is off. Don't know how I turn these engines off completely. Unless it's something down here, but like I said, you can't even really read those properly. Alright, well I did crash the plane anyway, so... But yeah, what we've learned is that NASA should not trust me with something like this. Because, yeah, if we go to the free cam mode... There's our expensive plane look. I did put the lights on though, look. So, but yeah, it's pretty screwed. Right.